Hello everyone, I am Rakibul Hassan Khan, Assistant Professor of Assam Downtown University. Today I am going to discuss about aberration of spectacle lens. The definition is aberration in optics refers to a defect in a lens such that light is not focused to a point but is spread out over some region of space and hence an image formed by a lens with aberration is blurred or distorted with the nature of the distortion depending on the type of aberration. More especially, it can be defined as a departure of the performance of an optical system from the predictions of paraxial optics. In an imaging system, it occurs with light from one point of an object does not converge into or does not diverge from a single point after transmission through the system. Aberrations occur because the simple paraxial theory is not a completely accurate model of the effect of an optical system on light rather than due to flaws in the optical elements. So, optical aberrations are usually analyzed based on pure ray optics. As a reference, one usually uses beam path focus positions based on the paraxial approximation. Aberrations are considered as deviations from those, while deviations of the actual physical behavior due to the wave aspects of light are not considered as aberrations. The different types of aberrations are: number 1, chromatic aberration. Chromatic aberration is a defect in the lens in which the various colors of the spectrum are not brought to the same focus. Blue light is refracted more than the red light when it passes through a lens. Chromatic aberration depends upon the material of the lens, since the lens materials have a different refractive index for each wavelength. The lens will have a different focal length for each wavelength. So, chromatic aberration wavelength depend on refraction. A lens will usually have a focal length which slightly depends on the optical wavelength. We have different type of spectacle lens material like photochromatic, polycarbonate, Tri-FX, and different materials have different refractive index. Next, the refractive index is larger for blue than the red wavelength. So, focal length is less for blue than the red. The higher the power of the spectacle lens, then the greater is the chromatic aberration. Here, since the visible wavelength runs nearly 40 nanometer to 70 nanometer. However, there are certain ways to obtain achromatic optics, essentially by properly combining different lenses made from different optical materials. Another possibility is to work with reflective optics, which are generally free of chromatic aberrations. Next, correction. The easiest solution to minimize chromatic aberration is to change the lens material to higher Abbe value. Careful placement of optical center with monocular pupillary distance and its height in a small frame may reduce the chromatic aberration. Monocular pupillary distance means we have a IPD, interpupillary distance. Interpupillary distance means from one eye center of the eye to the other eye center of the eye. This is binocular pupillary distance. Monocular pupillary distance means from one eye pupillary center to the middle of the nose. This is monocular PD. Reducing the vertex distance may also result in minimizing the effect of chromatic aberration. Vertex distance means the back surface of the spectacle lens to the front surface of the cornea. Anti-refraction coating with consumer education may also be tried to minimize the effect of chromatic aberration. Anti-refraction coating means some types of optical coating we will put our normal eye glass lenses. For that, the anti-refraction coating will reduce the aberration. Next, number 2, spherical aberration. Spherical aberration is an axial and wide beam aberration. The light rays from the peripheral edge of the lens are refracted to a greater degree than the light rays passing through the center of the lens. Peripheral rays bend more than the paraxial rays. This creates a slight blurring of the image that is minimized by the size of the lens. Here, most optical lenses have spherical surface because those are most easily fabricated. That surface shape, however, is not ideal for imaging. The outer parts of the lens are then too strongly curved. This result is so called spherical aberration, which can seriously degrade the image quality. Next, correction. Spherical aberration may be reduced by occluding the periphery of the lens such that only the paraxial zone is used. Lens form may also be adjusted to reduce spherical aberration. A planitic surface where periphery curve is less than the central curvature may be used. This problem can be solved either by us using aspheric lenses or by using a combination of lenses designed such that spherical aberration are well compensated. The development of improved optical fabrication methods for spheric optics has led to their increased use, allowing manufacturers to make high performance objectives with fewer lenses, which can also result in improved light throughout. Next, comma aberration. Comma is wide beam aberration and is somewhat similar to spherical aberration. It is applied to oblique rays coming from points not lying on the principal axis. Oblique rays passing through the periphery of the lens are deviated more than the central rays and come to focus near the principal axis. The result is unequal magnification of the image formed by the different zones of the lens. The composite image is not circular, but elongated like a comet and comma. Here, the phenomenon of comma occurs when light has a subtangential angle to the optical axis, and in addition propagates throughout outer regions of a lens. An object points is then imaged to a region with a more or less complicated shape, often somewhat reminiscent of that of a comet. Next, correction. The effect of cometic aberration can be minimized by using parabolic curves. Spheric lens design helps reduce comma in high plus power. Here, comma aberration can be reduced with an aperture stop at the cost of losing image brightness, or with more sophisticated design methods. As an example, astigmatism and comma may be observed by watching a small dot on a piece of paper through a magnifying glass, which is tilted against the viewing direction. It is more pronounced for glasses with high magnification. Thank you.